You're listening to the Power and Excellence Podcast with Dr. John.
Hello and welcome. This is indeed the Power and Excellence Podcast, and I am your host, Dr. John. Today I'm talking about something that I love to do every single day. Sometimes I do it in public, sometimes I do it in private, sometimes I even do it with my dog. Today, my friends, we're talking about smiling. Smiling, it's a wonderful thing to behold, it's absolutely free, and the government hasn't figured out a way to tax it yet, so what's not to love about that? Today we're going to explore the fascinating world of the psychology and mental well-being of the humble smile. The simple act of smiling has profound implications on our mood, our social interactions, and yes, even on our health. So in today's episode, we're going to discuss the science behind smiling, its psychological benefits, and how you can harness the power of a smile to improve your life, whether it's at work, at home, just with your friends, wherever you are. Trust me, by the end of today, you're going to want to smile even more. Smiling is a universal human expression that transcends cultures and transcends languages. You can go wherever you like in the world, and everybody smiles. And it pretty much has the same meaning wherever you go. Smiling is often associated with happiness, friendliness, and warmth. But smiling is more than just a facial expression. It's a powerful psychological tool that can really influence our mood, our relationships, and our overall well-being. So let's think a little bit about why we smile. Have you ever stopped to think about that? Because we all do it, and it's a natural, involuntary thing. Babies smile before they can walk, then talk, whatever, they can smile. And by the way, there is nothing that will warm your heart more than smiling at a baby and have that baby smile back at you. Smiling is typically a response to positive emotions. And there is something innate that when you smile even at a baby, it knows that you're happy, it knows that you're conveying positive emotions, and it smiles back. Smiling serves as a social signal that can convey a wide range of emotions, from genuine joy and politeness to, yes, even sometimes discomfort. There are different types of smiles, and each of them has their own psychological and social implications. The most well-known are the Duchenne smile, and the Duchenne smile often involves the eyes, the mouth, the whole face, sometimes even the neck and shoulders, and it's associated with genuine happiness. And we know this smile, we see it, and we often remark on people that he or she doesn't just smile, their whole body smiles or their whole face smiles. Then there's the social smile. And the social smile involves really only the mouth. It's those occasions when we're trying to convey to somebody that we're warm, we're friendly, but we don't know them yet. We're not conveying genuine joy and absolute euphoria at meeting these people, so we give them a polite smile, maybe with a handshake or something like that. And this is often used in social interactions to convey friendliness. To understand the psychology of smiling, we need to understand a wee bit of the science behind it. When we smile, a number of things happen. One of the most important of those things is that our brain releases neurotransmitters like dopamine, endorphins, and serotonin. And these are associated with feelings of happiness and well-being. So when we smile, we're getting this release of chemicals into our brain, into our body, that genuinely make us feel better. Dopamine and serotonin are the chemicals that play a crucial role in regulating our mood. They promote our feelings of pleasure and satisfaction. And when we smile, our bodies naturally release these neurotransmitters, and they give a very positive feedback loop, enhancing our overall sense of well-being. So when we smile, we're giving ourselves a natural little high, a little buzz, if you like, of dopamine and serotonin. We also release endorphins. Now, endorphins are well known to act as natural painkillers and mood lifters. So sometimes if you're about to get an injection or a vaccination or something like that, and you're about to get that little needle in your shoulder or your backside, smile. because smiling releases endorphins that are natural painkillers, and they will help to just alleviate that little bit of pain. Smiling triggers the release of these endorphins, and they help to reduce stress and promote relaxation. So if you're feeling stressed and anxious, maybe drop a wee smile in there. The facial feedback hypothesis suggests that our facial expressions can actually influence our emotions. So instead of feeling happy and relaxed and content and then smiling, studies have shown that people who smile, even when they're not feeling particularly happy, can actually experience an improvement in their mood. And that's because our bodies are releasing these dopamines, serotonins, endorphins, etc., that help us to feel better. How awesome is that? I'm loving this already. So now that we understand the science, or at least a little bit of the science, we don't need to go into too much detail, but now we understand a wee bit of the science behind it, let's explore the psychological benefits of smiling. And we're going to talk about 5 of them. The first one is improved mood. As we just mentioned, smiling can trigger the release of dopamine and serotonin. And when we do this, these are the chemicals that are released naturally into our body when we're feeling good and we're feeling relaxed and contented, etc. So by smiling, we're forcing our body to release these. And the physiological reaction to that is that we start to feel better. They make us feel happier. The second one is stress reduction. We just mentioned endorphins. When we smile, it helps us to reduce stress and promote a sense of relaxation. So when we're in those high-stakes situations, those high-pressure situations, maybe we're feeling a wee bit overwhelmed, maybe we're feeling a bit under pressure, the simple act of smiling can help to reduce those feelings and promote a sense of relaxation and promote a sense of confidence, so that we can actually endure that situation and excel in that situation. The third one is increased positivity. Smiling creates this feedback loop that we mentioned just now. When we smile, we feel happier. When we feel happier, we have more positive thoughts and we behave in a more positive way. And this enhances our overall well-being. Well, guess what happens when we feel positive and we do positive things and we behave in nice ways? We smile. And that's why we call it this loop, because we smile and we feel better, and we feel better and we smile. So we're creating this perpetual loop of positivity and positive feelings and behaviors, etc., just by smiling. Number 4 is the social connection. Smiling is a powerful social signal that can enhance our interactions with others, and we're going to discuss this in a bit more detail in just a second. It makes us appear more approachable, more friendly, more trustworthy, and helping us to build stronger connections and improve our relationships. And number 5, and this, although it's number 5, it's by no means to say that it's at the bottom of the list, because this is immense. Smiling helps to boost our immune system. There have been a number of studies that have shown that smiling and laughter can boost our immune system by increasing the production of white blood cells. And this helps our body to fight off illness and stay healthy. So happy people tend to be healthier. People who laugh a lot tend to be a little bit stronger. Their immune system is better. So when people say that laughter is the best medicine, this is where it comes from. Helping your body to increase the production of white blood cells and fight off illness and infection, etc., can only be a brilliant thing. So that's number 5, the boost to the immune system. But smiling doesn't just affect our own well-being. Smiling plays a crucial role in our social interactions, the interactions that we have with other people on a daily basis, at home, at work, with our friends, etc. We talked just now about that social connection, and one of those is about building rapport. Smiling helps us to build rapport with others, because when we smile, we're signaling to people that we're friendly, that we're open to interaction, and this makes other people feel more comfortable because we're not a threat. So people feel more comfortable around us, and this creates a really positive atmosphere. And building rapport is one of the things that I spend a lot of time working on in group training sessions and coaching individuals. Building rapport is something that should never be underestimated. When you have rapport with people, they trust you, they like you, they want to be with you, and they will work with you and be much more cooperative. So building rapport is absolutely crucial. And one of the finest ways to do that is with a smile. The second impact it has on our social interactions is by enhancing our communication. Smiling can enhance our communication by conveying positive emotions. It breaks down barriers and facilitates better understanding. People are more likely to listen to you when you're smiling. They're more likely to respond positively. People cannot understand you if they don't listen to you, and people are much more likely to listen when you're smiling, because you're breaking down those barriers, you're sending out those vibes of positivity, and people like that. And people think, okay, this guy's smiling, she's smiling, I want to listen to what this person has to say. We create trust, and trust is essential in any relationship. And smiling helps build trust. When we smile, we signal that we're trustworthy and that we're approachable. We're non-threatening. We make others feel more comfortable in confiding in us and working with us. If we're in a sales environment, people will be more likely to tell us what they really want. They'll be more likely to tell us what they think about our product. If we're at work, people are more likely to tell us what they like and dislike about the work that we're doing. So creating that trust is absolutely crucial. And smiling, guess what? Smiling does it. Another key benefit on our interactions with other people is resolving conflicts. Smiling can help to diffuse conflicts and tension. When we smile, we signal that we're open to resolution and we're willing to find common ground. And this really promotes cooperation and understanding with other people. Again, because we're non-threatening, we're welcoming, we're positive. People recognize and understand that we are open to cooperation and we're willing to resolve whatever issue is in front of us. And finally, influencing other people. I don't think it's an exaggeration to say that each of us spends a large proportion of our day trying to influence other people, whether we're selling, whether we're just giving people ideas and we want them to get round to our way of thinking, whether we're trying to promote cooperation. We're always trying to influence other people, and smiling can influence others' perceptions of us. They're much more likely to view us as confident, competent, credible, and likable when we smile. And if you're trying to influence somebody, having them view you as confident, competent, likable is a really powerful thing to have. And you can achieve a large part of that by smiling. And this, of course, is especially beneficial in professional settings or in interview settings where maybe a first impression is absolutely crucial. So thinking about those social interactions, we've got building rapport, enhancing communication, creating trust, resolving conflicts, and influencing others. So these are really powerful tools that we can use in our daily interaction with people, and they can all be enhanced and strengthened by the simple act of smiling. Well, now that we understand the benefits of smiling, let's think a wee bit about some practical tips to incorporate more smiles into our daily lives. Because if it's such a wonderful, such a powerful thing to do, if there's so much to gain from it, then surely you think, wow, we need to smile a wee bit more. And one of the key things that we can do is by starting the day with a smile. We talked earlier on about that feedback loop, that loop of feeling better, smiling, feeling better, right? Starting your day with a smile, and who better to smile at than yourself? Begin your day with smiling at yourself in the mirror, maybe give yourself a positive affirmation. This simple act of seeing a smile, even though it's your smile, even though you're looking at an image of yourself and you know that it's probably a forced smile, that simple act can set a positive tone for the rest of the day and help you start your day on a cheerful note. The next thing we can do is practice gratitude. So take a moment each day to think about all the things in your life that you're grateful for, reflect on the people, the things, the situations, and focus on the positive aspects of your life. This can naturally bring a smile to your face. And even if it doesn't, force yourself to smile as you think about those things, because that in itself will increase that sense of gratitude that you're feeling at that time. And that increased sense of gratitude will also increase those feelings of positivity that you're feeling when you smile. So practicing that gratitude while smiling is incredibly powerful. Surround yourself with positivity. Spend time with people who make you feel happy and engage in activities that bring you joy. Surround yourself with positivity and you will make it so much easier to smile. Right? If you surround yourself with situations and with people that make you feel good, then you're much more likely to smile. Now, granted, this isn't always possible all of the time, but where we can, we should definitely do that. Next thing we can do is use reminders. We can place reminders around our home and our workplace to encourage us to smile. Put little sticky notes up with smiley faces or positive affirmations on them. These can serve as just a gentle nudge to smile throughout the day. And this is a little bit linked to the practicing gratitude, because I often see people with photographs of their family, their pets and other loved ones around them in their workspace, and they're just kind of there, and they become part of the furniture and they become almost invisible. It's part of your identity that tells people, hey, this is where I work, this is my space, this is where I live. But if you really take the time, just a few moments every day, to look at those things and remind yourself, why did you want to have them in your workspace to begin with? You wanted to have them there, presumably because they make you feel good. They remind you of people that you love, things in your life for which you're incredibly grateful. So spend some time looking at those photographs, looking at those images, looking at those things that you have, and remind yourself why you feel happy to have them in your life. The last thing that we can do is smiling at others. You have no idea how many times I have just smiled at random strangers and had them smile back at me. When you make a conscious effort to smile at other people, whether it's your family or friends or just complete strangers like me sometimes, you'll likely find that your smile is reciprocated and that other person feels better. And because they feel better, they smile back at you. Your smile gets even wider. And you're creating this positive ripple effect of smile and joy wherever you go. I think if we try that, there's no downside to it, right? And we can smile at other people. We don't know what kind of impact we're having on their day, but it might be a good one. It might be just what they needed to get through the day. So we've got things like starting your day with a smile, practicing gratitude, surrounding ourselves with positivity, using reminders and sticky notes, etc., and then smiling at others. So to bring these concepts to life, these are the kind of things that we need to do. To start to really smile more, these are the kind of things that we can do on a practical level every single day to smile and make the world a better place. Mother Teresa famously said, "Peace begins with a smile." And I love that phrase. How wonderful that is. It's very simple but very profound, and it highlights the transformative power of a smile. Whatever you think of Mother Teresa, she used her warm smile to bring comfort and joy to everyone that she met, to those who were in need, and created a lasting impact in the world. Everybody has heard of Mother Teresa. In the customer service industry, we know that employees who smile more often receive higher satisfaction ratings from customers than those who don't. A genuine smile can make customers feel valued and appreciated, and especially if you're in that kind of service recovery mode where something has gone wrong. A calm, reassuring smile can convey to somebody, hey, I'm interested in what's going on with you and I'm genuinely going to try and fix it for you. So, and even people who are engaged in customer service remotely, people who are on the phone at the other end, studies have shown that individuals talking to somebody on the phone who's smiling can somehow feel that smile. And that positivity is relayed even though they can't see the smile. They can feel the smile. And there are countless stories of how a simple smile from a stranger has brightened somebody's day, whether it's just a smile from a passerby, a kind gesture accompanied by a smile. These small acts of kindness can have really big impacts on our mood and our well-being. So far, I'm not hearing any downsides to smiling. There are only positives. And I don't know, I can't remember how many muscles it takes to smile, 20 or 30 or something like that. That old story about it takes fewer muscles to smile than to frown. So there's really no downside to it. So let's think then about what we're going to take away from today. To wrap up, smiling is a powerful gesture with deep psychological implications. And for me, I think the things that I'm taking away from this discussion are that smiling triggers the release of feel-good neurotransmitters like dopamine, endorphins, serotonin, and these serve to improve our mood, reduce our stress, increase feelings of confidence and relaxation. And I just think that in and of itself, just that, makes a smile a really amazing thing. The second thing is the facial feedback hypothesis, that smiling can actually make us feel happier, make us feel better, even when we're not in a great mood. And I'm going to really focus on this because there are days, of course there are days when you get up and you don't feel fantastic. And I'm going to start smiling at myself in the mirror and get my day off to a better start. Number 3, that smiling enhances social interactions by building rapport, enhancing communication, creating trust, helping to resolve conflicts and influence others. It's difficult to overstate the immense power of a smile in those situations. So again, if we were just to isolate one of these things, one of these key takeaways, that already is something quite phenomenal. And finally, for me, incorporating more smiles into our daily lives can have a really positive impact on our well-being and our relationships. I love the fact that the simple act of smiling can make me feel better, can help other people around me feel better. And I think sometimes we do get caught up a wee bit in daily life, in the things that are going on around us. And that's not to belittle or trivialize the issues and the problems that we have in life. It's just to say that maybe sometimes we can take a step back from them and say, actually, in spite of all of those, I still have a number of things to be happy about and to be grateful for. And because of those things, I am going to smile more.
You're listening to the Power and Excellence podcast with Dr. John.
Well, that's it from me for this episode. I hope you've enjoyed our little foray, our journey into the psychology of smiling. If you have enjoyed it, please subscribe to the Power and Excellence podcast. You can also email us at podcast@powerinexcellence.com. You can send us a message on WhatsApp at +44 7860 625551. Yes, I know there's a lot of fives in there. Anyway, thank you very much. Have a wonderful time. I hope you're smiling, and I'll see you next time. Take care. Bye-bye.
Power and Excellence.